Okay, so trans kids. Let's talk about it. I want to start out with saying I am against anything involving children and transitioning. Like, we could talk about it, but there's some debate, I think, to be had in that, like, hey, we are, 14 to 18. We're, I don't know. I don't know if you're should be making like, there's some decisions that they could make, I think. Whether or not they fucking want to take a pill, I think they should have it explained to them what it fucking does. Like, this is the thing that, like, I don't want any child having surgeries. I don't want any child necessarily even taking fucking hormones or anything like that. But, like, if there's times where, like, some of these pills are the treatment for Klinefelter syndrome. There's several other things where they are. So, like, I don't think it's entirely up to you to say who can and can't take a pill. When it comes to cutting people's tits off, I'm right there with you. I really don't believe in surgeries in general, and I damn sure don't think children should be walked into having parts of their body chopped off blindly, basically. It seems to me that there is a multifold thing going on here in that there's some far left, far like tech group of like these shitheels that think we have a population problem. This is like some Nazi shit. They're sterilizing the people they don't like. They've just made it trendy to do it. It's my opinion. And I don't know. I really don't think that some of these things should even be done. I honestly think bottom surgery should probably be outlawed. I don't know. I would want to know more about it and its success rate. This is the thing that, like, we've built a fucking society where, like, you can't even really sue a doctor anymore. And you have people fucking cutting people's dicks off and leaving them with open wounds. And you have people fucking cutting people's tits off and leaving them with issues forever. That had they just not cut their tits off, it wouldn't be an issue. And, like, this is some of the shit that I get. And, like, some of this is like, hey, it's my body, my choice, whatever. There should be a way to do some of these things. And that's these people's point. I just don't think any of this should be pushed on children. Like, this is the issue, is the amount of people that are going to do shit before they're fucking 15 that are going to regret it is high. Like, I sat there as a kid having these feelings and looking at the world around me and going, well, can't express that shit. So I hit him. And you know what? That isn't good either. I am a fucked up human being because I hit it. Only in the best ways, though. You know, the hiding it made me a sneaky fuck. It made me smart as fuck. It made me have to be who I am to survive. This is the thing a lot of you guys don't get is, you know, I kind of talk like all the rest of y'all are going to get dead, and I'm not. You should know some of the things that I've survived in my life. No one should survive. So I'm pretty confident that, I don't know, I stand a much better chance than many. God doesn't want me to die. God will not allow me to die. I'm here to be punished. That's part of it. You know? I think it's funny that y'all think that hell is a place. We live in hell. All the heavens and all the hells and all the angels and all the demons are inside you. the other thing that's going on here is that there's a bunch of people that are into eunuchs, I think, on like the weird rich people level. I think they like banging them. Either they need them for some sort of satanic sacrifice. It could go either way. I don't know what's really going on with them pushing the trans shit. Personally, the era that I grew up in, this was not cool. Okay, I kind of had a giant fucking crush on Serena Valentina. Still do. It's one of those that, like, believe it or not, she is me with a few surgeries and enough money to eat well, basically. I got pretty damn hot there for a minute, and I'm kind of like a chubby white bitch. I don't know. I'm getting a little fatter now, but half of that's because of, like, hormones and, like, fucking all the shit going on in the world and not being able to get the right food. Like, this isn't... I don't know. I don't not wanting to get distracted on that, but I was always attracted to her because of that. Like, it was like seeing the hottest possible version of yourself. And, you know, a couple other girls, Eva Lynn, Natalie Mars. Really like both of them too. I know Eva Lynn pretty decently well. On the internet, at least. I lost my Instagram account, so she'll probably never speak to me again. Because, like, that's how a lot of people are, is they don't look at new people. They only look at people they've talked to before. And, anyway. I've talked to her and Serena Valentina and, what's her name? I just said it. I have Bailey J in my head. That's not the one I'm thinking of, though. Natalie Mars. I only said hi to Natalie Mars. A little too intimidated to do that one. I really like Natalie Mars. If you look at my girlfriend, you'd get... I like Natalie Mars. When we met, she had bangs at the time that she kind of laid out after we'd been going together a while, but always had her hair in a little ponytail and was a brunette with kind of small tits and a nice ass. Very perfect. That's what I liked. I'm sorry. Anyway, there's a bunch of these people that are just into us as a fetish of some sort. Like, you might be like, you're into them as a fetish too. Well, not really. Like, my fetish is trans women because I'm kind of a lesbian, and regular women, I don't know. I don't get along with them, basically. And part of that is the weird mix of shit I have going on, and trans women click with me always, basically. I've only had a couple of really long-term trans girlfriends, but I've met a shitload of trans women, and whether we're fucking or not fucking, we're thick as thieves, pretty much. And the thing that you'll notice hanging out with them or talking to them about sex at all is that basically most men, or pretty much anyone really that's into sex with trans women, wants to abuse them in some way. The other trans women I like because if you want to be abused, you say so. You know, and if you don't want to be abused, you don't have to say anything. It's nice, isn't it? Like, don't get me wrong. If you want me to, like, choke you and spit on your face, I will do whatever you ask me to do. I would prefer not to do that. It's like, I'm the genie in the lamp or whatever. My wish is your command, sire, but I gotta warn you. Not a fan. Jafar, he's our man. If he can't do it, great. I like Aladdin. The genie in particular, but back to trans kids, really. Full circle. I don't like what I see going on, and I keep trying to fucking speak out against it or whatever. And like the Gays Against Groomers group, I think is mostly good, but at the same time, they are just chasing away most trans people by some of the shit that they say. And I don't mean about the kids. I mean about like some of the things that they say about gender. They should just let that go. It doesn't get you anywhere, really. My beliefs on gender versus sex are kind of like this, that like you can pick whatever word you want for whatever, okay? There is a thing that is your biological whatever. Use whichever word you want. That's what you're born as. And then there's, you can change, and being trans is a thing, but you should get that you're not a woman. Like, I don't know. I think this is like a real failing with a lot of shit. Like, I want to be addressed as a woman when I fucking present as one. I don't think that's fucking outlandish. I have, blonde hair down to my tits, and my tits are the size of fucking, I don't know, not basketballs, like dodgeballs, like the hand size ones. They're nice. And yesterday I was wearing a fucking cheetah print fucking shirt and a bra, and was in a drive-through, and it's one thing that like I'd been lots of places that day, and everybody fucking said she or her or whatever, didn't say anything. And then this jackass at a drive-through with prison tattoos feels the need to say, "Here's your burger, sir," and like he put an emphasis on the sir. I don't know. I took the burger and said, "Go fuck yourself," and drove away. You can go ask the black dude working the window at fucking the Brahms on Sheridan and 21st-ish. It's between 15th and 21st in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That really happened. Probably going to go by and order a burger again and just go say, fuck you again. I might go do that a lot. Although, like, there is the point, like, he could fuck with your food. If he does, I'll fuck with is something. Like, that's one thing. Like, I hope he does. I hope he does. Maybe you should just be nice to people. I'm nice to people until they're not nice to me. And part of my thing with the trans thing now is that, like, if you're not nice to me while I'm looking like this, you're a piece of shit. And I start treating you accordingly. And, like, as someone that pretty much could do whatever they want. I don't know. Most people aren't ready to deal with me. I will say that fucking hormones have changed the way my arms are considerably. I used to be able to crush people with my fucking bare hands. I might not be able to do that so easily. But to be honest, it's kind of nice not to break shit anymore. And this is the part with like the Klinefelter shit is it's like you get all the hormones. It sucks. And you like get like retard strength out of it, but like nothing really works. Basically, I can do anything for like 20 minutes. But then I'm probably going to be dead. But that makes me deadlier than most. And the thing is, most fights don't last 20 minutes. I always think it's funny having sex with guys because, like, guys talk such a big game about, they want to fuck all night or whatever. But in reality, they fuck for like maybe 15 or 20 minutes usually. Maybe. That's a long one. There's a whole bunch of guys that fuck for 3 to 5 minutes. Occasionally, I get someone that has something fucked up in them too, and they fuck all night. That's what I personally like. And as a result of that, I'm really good at like holding positions and doing all sorts of things that like, oh, well, that's not like real strength. Well, you'd be surprised. My muscles don't cramp, basically. Like, after 2 or 3 days of holding the same position, I start cramping up a little bit and I have to move. It sucks. And when I say holding the same position, I mean like something slutty. Not gonna go into details on that. There's no need. But I have muscles that a lot of people don't understand. That's why my plan for the end of the world is I'm gonna devolve things to me fighting in a hole with a shovel. And I'm gonna do that mainly because I'm bigger than most people. Takes away a lot of advantages. I don't know. But this whole thing we've been talking about is pretty much, I think, connected in with like the Jeffrey Epstein shit and like the just decadent perversion of our entire society that like it wouldn't surprise me to find out that there were transsexual sex slaves in rich houses in America today. And I don't mean like the way I'm a slave sometimes. I like to like put on a collar and pretend. I mean like, yo, this 10-year-old girl has never seen the outside whatever. All she knows is being beaten and raped and fed hormones. That's going on in America right fucking now on a scale that most people would not comprehend. And this is where like I am for trans kids. I'm for them being alive and safe and having normal childhoods. There's going to be some percentage of them that probably have these issues from a younger age. And like, I think if they were left free to explore, a lot of it would go away. But they're not free to explore. And this is where like, your fucking like sexual hang-ups and your culture are causing this issue to be worse than it is. I don't know. As someone who thinks chicks that look like Natalie Mars are hot, I guess I get the benefits of the fucking giant pedophile cult. I feel bad about that. But like the percentage of women that I think are hot has gone up significantly just because of the trans shit. And again, that's not fetish. That's just, I like what I like. And I'm kind of a trans lesbian. And it's one of those things that like, if you do this to make you happy, then that's what I would hope. But like, I don't want anyone like tricked into this. I don't know. I think it's despicable what they're doing. And it's one of those that like, I started being more public about the trans thing because I kind of felt that I had to. First off, I was transitioning. And second off, there was so much talk about some of the shit that I love. And then Matt had me on all the time and fucking, I don't know. It seemed like I needed to fucking let everybody in on it so that we could have a real conversation. Fucking cat. Anyway, I hope that they settle this trans kid shit on a federal level or something. Because, like, if there's still states where they're doing this shit, there's just gonna be generations of Americans that are fucking destroyed by this. This is what I see when I see the trans kid shit being pushed in schools without parents. I don't know. At the same time, like, the sorting out of the people that are legitimately trans from people that are going to regret it later because they're just a crazy person, I really don't think there's any way to do that. I think all of us are crazy people. And, like, whether you regret it or not is I don't know. It's one of those things that you should fucking study some shit before you decide to cut your dick and tits off or whatever. I might have done a little bit of research on the matter before I decided to transition. And I don't plan on getting any surgeries, basically. Like, I might.